Cupertino Toyokawa sister cities and the city of Cupertino hosted the annual Cherry Blossom Festival on April 26th and April 27th. The event featured local vendors, cultural performances, and a showcase of various Japanese art forms. Cupertino has 4 sister cities, among them Cupertino, Italy, Hsinchu, Taiwan, and Bhubaneswar, India. But CTSC focuses on Cupertino's relationship with Toyokawa, Japan, which was formalized in 1978. Alyssa Sakas, the president of CTSC, first learned about the nonprofit volunteer group when her son expressed interest in the sister city trip. As president, she emphasizes that organizing the festival isn't just an individual effort.
We meet about once a month, and in January, that's when the real heavy planning begins. And it takes a large group of volunteers. We have like 40 people on our committee, and everyone kind of plays a role and has a part they're in charge of. And so together, working all together, it all comes together because it's a very large festival. So there really isn't any one person that, pulls all the strings for everything to happen. There's a lot of volunteer power that goes behind it.
Running the festival includes organizing vendors, buying drinks, and inviting artists. According to Sakas, the diverse lineup of events and people is a highlight every year. For vendor Sarah Forsberg, who runs Sarah Sews Crafts and sells upcycled clothing, the Cherry Blossom Festival was a unique opportunity to connect with friends who run small businesses. In addition to small businesses, the festival hosted sponsors like the Consulate General of Japan in San Francisco and Temple University Japan campus. Liam O'Neill, who represented the university, calls Japan, quote, one of the most robust and interesting cultures, and informed visitors on the experience of going to school in Japan.
Seeing all the families, I think coming through, participating, whether they're vendors or sponsors or community members, whatever, I think has just been really nice to see, and talking about, obviously the university is great too, but just talking about shared interests in Japanese culture or, just giving fun fans to 2 and 3-year-olds or something like that. It's always, so it's a really kind of, I think, positive, community building event.
The showcases within the Cherry Blossom Festival attract visitors of all kinds. In particular, Sakas recalls when the Consul General of Japan returned to the festival in an unofficial capacity to enjoy it with his family.
They came in their official capacity on Saturday. We introduced them on stage. And then on Sunday, I spotted the consul in plain clothes with his family, and I said, "Oh, you've come back." And he said, "I couldn't believe what I saw at this festival. I've just come from Japan, and I wanted my children to see it," because in Japan, a lot of the festivals are focused on one item, like it might be a certain type of doll, or it might be a certain martial art. But he said what he thought was really amazing about our festival is that we featured so many different art forms from Japan. And so I brought my family back so that they could learn more about Japanese culture, which just blew me away, that someone from Japan would come to our festival to learn more about Japanese culture.
Nate and Sequoia, 2 friends who attended the festival together, enjoyed the art exhibits and the opportunity to learn more about Japanese culture.
People who are working the stalls seem to have a lot of knowledge about their particular crafts. I had a nice conversation with a girl who did various kinds of illustrations. I appreciate when people kind of go out of their comfort zone, where it's can do painting, can do drawing, am I good? I don't know, but it's, we're exploring, right? It's a good opportunity to just either hang out with existing friends or meet new ones. Heck, today was the first time you met the other Nate, right?
That's true. That's true. You've known that other Nate for some time.
Yeah. Just things like this that bring community together. I think specifically this event, you can see a lot of the multicultural aspects that you hear. Living in the Bay is a multicultural experience, and I don't know, sure, I guess, as someone who's lived in many places, though, it can be easy to live in the Bay and avoid learning about other cultures unless you kind of go out of your way to do it. So, yeah, I think this event also did a pretty good job of, putting other culture on display so that people can, see and appreciate and maybe learn.
Ultimately, Sakas believes that the Cherry Blossom Festival is a great way of honoring the sister cities that Cupertino has and plays an important role in helping mediate the sharing of culture within our community.
We're really lucky in the community that we live in that there is a general curiosity. We're very multicultural, and there's a general curiosity to learn about each other's cultures. So I think it's important to have events like this where you can showcase culture and people can come with, curiosity and learn something new. I think people are always amazed by some of the new things they learn when they come to festivals like this.